STEAM stands for science,
technology, engineering, arts,
and math.
Together, these subjects form an intentional learning approach that teaches students more than just subject matter.
We're talking about bigger concepts that impact their everyday life when they go home, when they're in other subjects at school. So it's making those connections between subjects.
The STEAM collaboration really shows what it's like to operate and to solve problems in a global society.
It's so important to include the A in STEAM. The arts are invaluable, and I love that Englewood is including arts into their STEAM package.
I think that involving arts in that umbrella of education is significant because it develops a whole learner.
Music and art are actually awesome. I think it's important because there's different skills that you gotta have in life.
STEAM education is really important at such a young age because we're giving students an opportunity to experience something that they normally wouldn't experience in their classrooms. It's also to spark that curiosity, plant that seed.
We've built a seesaw. Me and my friend was also trying to build a catapult, and I love to build with Legos. It's fun.
I can hold it for you. Tell me what to do. Our STEAM lab, we have our 12 computers where kids could get on there and do the designs, come up with an idea of what they're working on. And the maker space is a spot for kids to get into and spread out and have more space, essentially, to work on electronics, like creating an electrical circuit, or working with gears and creating machines that actually move and why they move and be able to describe how that works.
I like learning new things and having challenges and just making my brain grow.
By the time students enter middle school and high school, they should be able to ask some essential questions about their learning to drive them deeper into what they're learning.
I've been at this pathway since 7th grade. Half of my schooling career has been spent in this stuff, and it's really prepared me for what comes next. I'm going to be able to look at problems and solve them in a practical way.
STEAM and the arts and all of the different pathways that STEAM offers is invaluable to our students because students need to find their focus. They need to find what makes them come alive. Some students might really excel at math, and that's fantastic. What about your student who wants to be a graphic designer? Your student who comes alive at the thought of creating a character on stage?
I was really scared. I was really shaky and scared to present because I was super shy. Now I'm really outgoing and I'm not speaking really lightly. I'm actually projecting.
But I need it done now!
STEAM, I believe, is important because it's your real-world application of school.
Computer science is teaching me how to be more independent and just be able to just express myself through computer technology science.
So we're not just looking at content skills, we're also looking at real-world collaboration. So how do you work together? How do you work in a team? It is ribose, okay? The biomedical science pathway is designed to introduce kids to the field of healthcare. I think students that are curious about healthcare, I think students that just like science, this is a great kind of background to introduce them to different types of science. It's a very hands-on class.
So any one of these circles that is red is oxygen.
By being in the computer science pathway, our students will be better prepared to come out of high school by being able to work across different content areas. Specifically in Colorado, there are currently about 15,000 jobs in the computer science industry, and Colorado only graduates about 800 students in the computer science field.
Well, we're the T, we're technology, everything media. So the newspaper, the yearbook, the TV station.
Hello, and welcome to the weekly announcements brought to you by the team of Pirate TV.
The website and all of social media. They're learning communication, they're writing, clear, concise, ethical. They're learning how to design a website. Design isn't really taught a whole lot until you get to college, but they get that opportunity here in high school, which is phenomenal.
So at Colorado's Finest, we have a complete recording studio. I can't think of too many schools that have this. Like, there probably aren't any. The kids coming in here, they discover things about themselves. They get to make whatever they can do. A lot of them, I think it's going to be really easy, and then they realize, oh my God, this is art. But it's a challenge worth doing.
Check 2. Both of them on there. It turns. So it flips.
Principles of engineering is a lot of the electronics-based stuff. You learn how to build circuits, and you kind of start digging into what actual engineering is. Building it is the coolest thing ever. I mean, that's why you do it.
It's, by definition, it's hands-on, you know? You are the one assembling these machines. You are the one operating them. You get to see what you made, and you get to see it work, and no real other classes really offer that.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's really inventive.
So in art, we do address a lot of problems, and we have to find creative solutions for them on a regular basis. As an artist, you have a place in every field. You really do.
The arts have given me just general appreciation for the world.
I've definitely learned a lot about being a leader. I've learned a lot about organization. I've also learned a lot about learning who I am as a person and like what I need to do to follow my passions.
Then we'll start learning how to actually plant a tree. They start off by exploring all the myriad careers that are available to them in agriculture, and then they actually get to pursue some kind of activity and project around whatever that career may be. The great thing about the SAGE program is it allows for real-life application. There's lots of transferable skills that are science-related that go out into industry as well.
Mine's more just about going back and what Da Vinci was doing.
Engineering firm, they're looking for somebody who knows the process, like the design process, and people that aren't afraid to fail. I think that's important. I'm hoping that's what our kids get from this.
You can gain a lot of confidence that way, and I never would have gotten that without this course and without this pathway.
I am a lifelong learner, and so I want students to be lifelong learners too.
I like to see that excitement when kids learn what it's like to be a doctor or a nurse.
You get to be out there and figure out new things.